The candidates of the All Progressives Congress (APC) in the 2023 presidential election and now President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, stirred the hornet's nest recently when he cautioned the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal against attempting to remove him from office on the grounds that he did not get 25% of the total votes cast during the presidential election in the Federal Capital Territory. He warned that such an action could lead to chaos and anarchy in the country. President Tinubu asked the Election Tribunal to dismiss the petition seeking the nullification of his election for not securing 25% of the lawful votes cast in the FCT, arguing that having scored 25% in about 30 states of the federation, his failure to obtain 25% in the FCT would not be strong enough to deny him of his hard-earned victory. Tinubu contested the February 25 presidential elections on the platform of the APC and was declared the winner by the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC). He allegedly beat Atiku Abubakar and Labour Party's Peter Obi. However, Atiku and Obi had approached the election tribunal seeking to obtain Tinubu's victory on the grounds that the elections were characterized by massive rigging, as evidenced in the alleged widespread voters' intimidation and suppression, ballot box snatching and destruction, overvoting, result manipulations, thuggery, vote buying, INEC's failure to abide by its own rules and procedures, physical assault on voters, among others. Apart from these, Atiku and Obi also want Tinubu's victory to be nullified because he did not score 25% of the total valid votes cast in the FCT, which is a constitutional requirement before anybody can be declared president of Nigeria. Since Tinubu's declaration as the winner of that election, political discussion has been swinging like a pendulum. Nigerians who, prior to the elections, were passive politically had suddenly become active, discussing and analyzing political developments from the election tribunal. Analysts are united in agreement that never in the history of Nigerian politics has there been the kind of political awareness and participation that we witnessed during the 2023 general elections. They also agree that the country's political firmament has never been as charged and ominous as it was between the period when Tinubu was declared the winner of the presidential election and May 29, when he was actually sworn in as the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. However, Atiku and Obi have pursued their case at the Election Petition Tribunal, with each presenting before the tribunal pictures, videos, and documentary evidence to prove that Tinubu should not have been declared as president in the first place, not to talk of swearing him in into office. The issue around Tinubu's failure to get 25% of the votes cast in the FCT appears to be the strongest point against the president, since it is a constitutional issue and does not require presenting any witness by the petitioners. But Tinubu, through his legal counsel Wole Olanipekun, in a final written address to the tribunal against the petition, argued that the FCT is the 37th state for electoral purposes. He stressed that any other interpretation would lead to absurdity, chaos, anarchy, and alteration of the very intention of this legislature. Stressing that the petition is novel but not familiar with the electoral law, Olanipekun said, "The issue in this address is very novel in the sense that it is not a petition stricto sensu familiar with our electoral jurisprudence, as the petitions are not this time around complaining about election rigging, ballot box snatching, ballot box stuffing, violence, thuggery, amongst others." The lawyer was specifically addressing a section of the Nigerian constitution which provides that a presidential candidate must score 25% of the votes in two-thirds of Nigeria's 36 states and the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja. Since Tinubu was declared as the winner of the presidential election without scoring 25% in the FCT, several opinions have been expressed on the matter by Nigerians of all classes, including those that are not lawyers. There are those who have kept on insisting that the constitution considers Abuja as one of the states in the country. Those on this divide are saying that the word "an" as used in the constitution, 36 states of the federation and the FCT, does not really mean that the FCT is different from the 36 states of the federation. To them, The FCT is just the same as any other state of the Federation. They therefore posited that Tinubu, having scored 25% of the votes cast in the about 30 states, is eminently qualified to be declared president since the constitution says the candidate must secure 25% in two-thirds of the 36 states and the FCT, which is 24 states. So they are positing that he be allowed to continue to rule. The statements that Bala Ahmed Tinubu made, saying that it would cause chaos and anarchy, is the bone of contention in the country. If he had rigged the election and gotten into power the way he did and there was no anarchy, therefore there will be no anarchy if the constitution mandates that he leaves power. All right, so guys, that is what is happening in the country. I want your own opinion on this. What do you think about what Bala Ahmed Tinubu just said? I want to hear your own opinion, and I will be glad to start a discussion in the comment section. Please drop your comments as I move further to other matters arising. Thanks for watching.